The little engines were busy clearing their railroad of leaves and broken branches. Peter, Sam, and Rusty often worked together. One day, Rusty helped Peter Sam to a water tower. Peter Sam felt much better after his long drink, but the freight cars were bored. Let's break away. Their loads were heavy and the couplings old. One snapped. Faster, faster, shouted the freight cars. A sign read slow, steep bends and ravine ahead, but the silly cars never saw it. Then, it was too late. Peter Sam arrived at the scene of the disaster. His driver sighed. This was our fault. We didn't secure them properly. We'll have to get help to pull them out. Sir Topham Hatt will be very annoyed. And he was. You will work in the yards until I can trust you again. Duncan was delighted with Peter Sam's dilemma. Fancy not securing your freight cars on a hill. They'll come back to spook you and your special funnel. Woo! And who's to say you're not afraid of ghosts? Snapped Rusty. Ghosts? Things that go bump in the night? Rubbish! Well, I'll tell you a story that will make your funnel quiver, Rusty said. A long time ago, a little engine was returning home. It was a misty, moonlit night. Suddenly, the engine lost control and plunged over the side into the swamps below. He was never found again. But many a workman will tell you that when the moon is full, they have seen the little engine trying to get home. But he never reaches the other side. So what do you think of that, Duncan? Rubbish, replied Duncan. Never mind him, Peter Sam. He'd be frightened if he really saw a ghost. This gave Peter Sam's driver an idea. Let's play a trick on Duncan. The next day, he spoke to Duncan's driver and fireman, who agreed. We'll do it tonight. Duncan had to take coal cars to the slate mines and then bring cars back. Duncan's driver decided as part of the plan to cross the old iron bridge. Haunted bridge. Rubbish, snorted Duncan. It's as tame as a pet rabbit. But all the same, he kept thinking about Rusty's story. When dusk fell, he was keen to leave. If we don't go now, Skarloey will take my favorite place in the sheds. We have to collect our cars first, his driver replied. He could see their plan was working because Duncan was nervous. When night fell, they set off. The mists were rising around the old iron bridge.
That night, Duncan set off with his slate trucks from the quarry to home. It was a full moon, just like in Rusty's story. As he approached the old iron bridge, his driver stopped him in the middle.
Whoa, why have we stopped? I think I see something from the other side.
Up ahead, they saw a flickering light. To his crew, they were fireflies, but to Duncan, they looked like an engine. However, the latter would soon be right. As Duncan's fireman was about to throw the rock into the marsh below, puffing was heard around the bridge.
That's strange. I don't remember another train running tonight other than us.
They don't.
Then, all of a sudden, a white figure in the shape of a cabless little engine puffed out of the darkness towards them. Duncan could only watch as the figure sped towards him. However, the figure steered off the bridge and disappeared. The worst was yet to come. Following this was a huge sound of a splash, then scream. The screams were loud and chilling. Panicking, the driver turned on his flashlight and aimed it down at the marsh. Nothing.
It's the ghost! Get us the places out of
With that, Duncan's driver pulled the lever out of fright, and the train went to the home yards as fast as the evening wind. They then quickly uncoupled the trucks and Duncan went safely back to the sheds. He shut his eyes and hoped for the better. After a few moments, he opened them, and no ghost was in sight. He then went to sleep, relieved that he got away from the bridge. Suddenly, a light brightened from under the shed door. Duncan woke up and was really spooked now. Please, spirits, leave me be. I didn't want to go back on that bridge. Please, don't drag me back. The door opened to reveal the real source, Skarloey. Calm down, Duncan. It was only me. What happened 2 hours ago? Duncan just said, bridge. Engine. Cries for help. Ghost. Bridge. Engine. Ghost. Cries for help. Bridge. Engine. Skarloey was dismayed. He immediately knew what Duncan was talking about.